This is Cinematography for Actors. Today we are live on location at the Broadwater Theater Complex in Hollywood for We Make Movies International Film Festival as the official podcast partner. These shorter special episodes are with selected filmmakers. You can also catch all of the interviews you may have missed on our YouTube channel and your preferred podcast platform. I want to give a huge thank you to our sponsors, BandPro Film and Digital, Roscoe Laboratories, DD Microphones, and Blackmagic Design. Thanks for being here. Whether you are talent or crew, finding the technical solutions to your problems is hard, and what's even harder is knowing where to go. So, we have a tip for anyone listening, and that's to head over to our sponsor, BandPro. Whether you're looking for high-end cameras and lenses or looking for guidance on what's needed to start your equipment journey, BandPro has the gear and the team that you need to thrive. They are, fun fact, the exclusive representative of Ingenue's complete cinema line for all of North and South America. But the thing I love most is how fantastic their customer support is. Not only do they have a great team to answer any product questions you might have, but they also have a talented team of in-house technicians that you can actually talk to get your equipment back up and running. So visit bandpro.com or meet them in person and make sure to say hi from us.
Good to see you all. Jack Gibson back here as the host for Cinematography for Actors podcast, live from the We Make Movies International Film Festival. I am joined by three wonderful people, the team behind the movie The Button Sponge and the Magic Glasses. From left, well, your left, we're just going to keep going anyways. I have next to me Heidi Schuler, who is one of the actors in the film.
Yes.
Tom Cavanaugh, the director. And then Bob Telford, another actor.
That is correct.
Welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
How are you?
Thank you for having us.
Very well, thank you. Really quickly, can you tell us a little bit about the film?
Yeah, it's about a father and daughter that are planning a casino heist and has a twist at the end.
Beautiful. I mean, that just sounds kind of like a perfect movie to me.
It's on.
But as perfect as a log line it is, you guys had some, as many of us did, pandemic issues to hurdle over. And you guys actually did a remote production.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about the logistics of that?
Well, you know, We Make Movies is great. Everybody I used to work with was based here. I was in New Jersey in my house, and we wanted to do something. We were just coming out of pandemic. They could meet. I couldn't get out there and didn't want to fly Doran at that time because it was still pretty active. Mm-hmm. And so I zoomed in and I directed via laptop. And our producer would move the laptop so I could see it, and then we would talk to the actors in between takes, and then the crew and the two actors were in the apartment, and it just worked wonderfully. It actually was a great experience.
Beautiful. And you got your media shipped via mail, which was that daunting at all? Waiting for it, wondering if...
No, because they mailed me the hard drives, but it was in an overnight, so it was in there in 3 days, and I watch everything, so I would have sat on it anyway. So no, it wasn't. And then we had a lot backed up on the cloud, so we can zap it back down. So
beautiful. And what was it like for you two as actors to have to work through being coached virtually?
Well, I give it to Bob first. Yeah.
I was going to say one of the advantages that we had in this production is that we've all worked together before. And so we had that history that allowed us the shorthand that's necessary, because if we had never worked together before, I don't think we could have pulled it off as easily. The confidence that Tom had in us as performers, the confidence that we had in him as a director, the fact that we wear multiple hats throughout the production. I was a co-producer on it and also helped in terms of cinematography and whatnot. And Heidi, has worked in so many different aspects of productions in the past. It was one of those things where it was so easy for us to change hats, move on to the next piece of business. And it was a 2-day shoot. And having, Tom on... In fact, Heidi, we took a photograph, a behind-the-scenes photograph, and it was Heidi and I holding the computer with Tom's face on
with Tom's head.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But that's my take on it, and I know Heidi would probably share the same sentiments and add to it. So
I mean, I think it was amazing. Obviously, with each take, Tom gave us his notes, and it was in live time, just like on a Zoom. But, then we would, of course, cut, and he'd give us further notes. We'd rehearse via the same way. Tom was like right there. We would just bring the computer closer to the table on the rehearsals.
That's really what it was.
But it was really amazing.
And if we didn't want him to see anything, we just turned the computer away. And
that never happened.
Yeah.
But okay.
but Jack, just if I may, because of COVID, and we did several productions. We did a full-length piece, 60-minute piece via Zoom with actors on both coasts. There was 19 actors. Tom was directing.
Yes, that's right.
We had sound effects and video effects and all that. So we'd already proven that it would work.
Show.
Yeah,
All right.
we had the lingo down at that
The
point.
ease of the comfort
This
of
was in
not
the
only the
midst of it,
technology and the
COVID.
artistry was it came together. So.
Yeah, that was called Now. It was a streaming TV show
Yeah,
that
we
would
do it
occur
once a week for about
once a
a
week.
year.
Wow,
it went
beautiful.
around.
Okay, yeah. So you guys came into this locked and loaded, and it's
Well,
definitely
we
worth
also
mentioning that you
come
guys
through
are.
the We Make Movies
that's
pipeline,
what I was
so
about
we
to bring out,
develop the scripts in the writers' workshops. We get the feedback. Then we screen the rough cuts in their workshops, and then we put it out into the world. So even before they walked on set, we had run through it numerous times somewhere.
I mean, that thing was like an Orson Welles amazing.
It
We
wasn't
were
a
talking
takeoff
about
on
the
Now
the
project.
But I'm talking about
I know.
Button
This
Sponge.
particular.
No,
yeah,
Button
of course.
Sponge had gone
Yeah,
through
Button
was
Sponge,
the
sorry.
traditional. It had gone through the scripts, through the labs. It was written for them. It's actually a take on taking apart Peter Bogdanovich's Paper Moon,
I got it.
where they would be in the modern world 40 years older.
Yeah.
And
The other thing
as we
that
took it apart.
The other thing I think that
Yeah.
We Make Movies taught us as artists is to make the movies that we want to see.
Right.
Yeah.
And so knowing
true.
what COVID did to the industry and coming off of that, it was like, let's embrace it. Let's do that. And
Instead of
so
fighting
even
it, don't fight it.
besides now with Magic Glasses, it really was a testament to the fact that what we had learned, not only through We Make Movies, but through the COVID situation, that we were able to bring that to the table.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and we also were able to, because Tom is so cool. I mean, he writes amazingly well. He also wrote this, obviously, project. But the thing is he allows for improv, too. Not on his, like his words are there, but, the relationship between the father, and my character, the daughter, we were able to, like, have what would he do, like a pseudo fight that we kind of came up with?
Yeah,
but it was awesome. It was off of his words, but he allows for that, so that was great, too.
That's absolutely fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that it was not as big of a hurdle as it definitely could have been. And I wish we could talk about it endlessly, but unfortunately
It was second
that
nature,
is
but thanks
our
for
time.
pointing that
That'll
out.
be
Thank
it.
you for having
Yes.
us, man.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
pleasure having
thank
you.
you.
Again, we have the crew from the Button Sponge and the Magic Glasses, which is screening Wednesday, November 8th at 1:45 p.m. here at the We Make Movies International Film Festival. Again, I have Heidi Schuler, Tom Cavanaugh, and Bob Telford. Thank you so
Jack,
much for
thank
joining
you.
me.
Thank
It
you
was
so
great.
much.
So much fun.
Pleasure.
Really
We'll see you all
appreciate
next
it.
time.
Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us for this interview. As a thank you, CFA has partnered with We Make Movies to get you discounted production management services, including production insurance. For that, go to wemakemovies.org/insurance and enter code CFA23 in the intake form to get 10% off your quote. Also, we have partnered with We Audition to get you a 25% discount on your membership. Join We Audition at weaudition.com and use CFA25. Make sure you're following the CFA podcast wherever you listen to stay up to date on discounts, events, and new episodes. Thanks for joining us.